With The Walking Dead on its Season 8 hiatus, we know you're all hungry to see the faces of the characters you love. But what about after Season 8? What are you gonna do until Season 9? Did you even stop to think about that? Well, you're in luck, because we've got you covered. The various talents that grace the show have been keeping busy and will be appearing in numerous films to be released this year. So we decided to make this video for you to take mental note of where and when you can see some of your favorite Walking Dead actors on the big screen in 2018. First up, we see our resident samurai, Michonne, or Denai Guerrera in real life, has a huge year ahead of her.
We are home.
She'll start the year in the upcoming Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, as Okoye, a fierce protector of Wakanda and leader of the Dora Milaje. Black Panther drops on February 16th, and Okoye will subsequently be featured in the highly anticipated Avengers Infinity War Part 1, which releases on May 4th. It's going to be a year full of ass-kicking for Denai, and we could not be more excited.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Next up, let's check in on Rick's ex-bestie, Shane, or John Bernthal. While he's been absent from the show for a while now because of, well, you know what. John has been exceedingly busy in both film and television. After a great return as Frank Castle in last year's The Punisher on Netflix, he will be taking the role of Dave Scott, the seventh man to step foot on the moon in Damien Chazelle's First Man. And a special shout out to Outcast Patrick Fugit, who is also co-starring in the film. Go Patrick! This year you'll also see Shane in the films Windows, Stingray, and The Peanut Butter Falcon. While Negan still terrorizes the Alexandrians and pretty much everyone he comes in contact with, Jeffrey Dean Morgan has another large role alongside our man Dwayne Johnson. He will be playing Agent Russell in the upcoming Rampage, based on the popular Midway video game of the same name. And we hear that Dean Morgan will be gracing the screen with some serious swagger and attitude.
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf?
Speaking of Negan, let's check in on our forever missed Steven Yeun. After a rather grisly death in Season 7, Steven has been tearing it up with Netflix's Okja, Joe Lynch's Mayhem, and voicing Keith in the new iteration of Voltron. In 2018, Steven will act in Sorry to Bother You, alongside Tessa Thompson, Armie Hammer, and Terry Crews. The film is described as an alternate present-day version of Oakland, where black telemarketer Cassius Green discovers a magical key to professional success. With an interesting premise and such a fantastic cast, we'll be there.
What the bitch?
The potty mouth general we all know and loved, Michael Cudlitz, is getting his hands dirty in the upcoming film Driven. Based on a true story, the film also stars Jason Sudeikis, Judy Greer, and Lee Pace, and chronicles a major drug dealer who was busted by the feds in 1984 following a sting operation that also captured famous sports car creator John DeLorean. This is a welcome departure for Cudlitz, and our butts will definitely land in those seats.
Good gracious Ignatius.
All hail the king, baby. Khary Payton is continuing to kill it in the live-action space along with animation. He'll be a part of the comedy Loners, described as a satire about an ensemble of eccentric loners caught in the middle of the War on Loneliness, a program created by politicians to stem the growing tide of mass shootings. He'll also be reprising the role of Cyborg in Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Check him out.
Come on, you guys, let's stretch our legs.
Up next, let's see how Bob Stokey is doing. Lawrence Gilliard Jr. has had quite the career in television after not only acting in The Walking Dead, but HBO's The Wire, and most recently The Deuce, with 2 James Francos. And this year he'll be playing the role of Earl Higgins in the film Hot Air, about a right-wing political talk show host whose life turns upside down when his 16-year-old niece enters his life. The film also stars Scream actress Neve Campbell and Pitch Perfect's Skylar Astin. After Austin Nichols spilled his guts to Walking Dead viewers, and receiving a rather famous death on Bates Motel, the actor will be making a dramatic turn in The Iron Orchard. According to IMDb, the film is the story of Kim McNeely, a young man thrust into the vibrant and brutal West Texas oil fields in 1939. And a shameless plug coming your way. If you want to know more about Austin and his career, go watch our interview with him on Skybound Insider. It's great! And now we're throwing it way back to our girl Andrea, otherwise known as actress Laurie Holden. Since The Walking Dead, Laurie has been popping up in various ongoing series such as Chicago Fire, Major Crimes, and The Americans. This year she'll get to star alongside Vince Vaughn, Mel Gibson, and Jennifer Carpenter in S. Craig Zoller's gritty crime thriller, Dragged Across Concrete. The filmmaker recently released Brawl in Cell Block 99, which is an excellent exercise in grindhouse midnight movie mayhem. Keep an eye out for the film later this year to see Andrea back in action. And finally, after a beautiful send-off in the most recent Guardians of the Galaxy, Michael Rooker is back to work in the jazz biopic Bolden. He'll be taking the role of Pat McMurphy in the account of the life of legendary New Orleans cornet player Buddy Bolden. And we can't wait.
Yeah.
So there you have it, your film watch list for 2018. But don't forget that you can find some of these actors on The Walking Dead when Season 8 returns on Sunday, February 25th. Let us know in the comments which films you're most excited for, and if there are any dream roles you'd cast any Walking Dead alums in. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment below, and stay tuned to Skybound for more Walking Dead coverage to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the comic book. Thanks for tuning in, guys.